Teaching musical concepts is often like peeling an onion. You take off one layer only to reveal there's another layer to take off, and yet another and another. For example, when I teach phrasing to begin with, I spell it out for the student. I might have a student working at the elementary level in this classical collections articulation book, working on a piece that looks like this. It's all spelled out for them exactly what to do. 2-measure subphrase. 4 measures. Or you could have gone to the high point. I don't talk about anything other than I want you to get louder to the phrase climax and come back down again. I do mention that there's an ascent, climax, and a descent, 3 parts to every phrase. Now, when students get to the intermediate level, and they're playing, let's say, Clementi Sonatina, at that point, I begin to talk about style. I'm talking about style, and I also talk about a little more in depth. I will talk about phrase climaxes being determined by something in the rhythm and the harmony or the melody. Those are all spelled out here in this book, Quick Tips for Piano Teachers. I'll just briefly say that the harmonic reasons could be a surprise harmony or a dissonance. So I might say here, I might point out that that's dissonance right there. All right? Now, suppose I am teaching a student who's been studying with me for a while, and we've already done that several times. Then when I come to a piece, let's say this Haydn final movement of the Sonata in G. Two note slurs. I might say, I want you to go home and mark the ends of the phrases and mark the climaxes. Think about why, and we'll review rhythmic reasons, harmonic reasons, melodic reasons. And next week we'll talk about it. You know, no pressure, no judgment. Next week we'll just talk about it. And so I want to get them thinking and get them invested and get them to become more independent. See, this is called a practical handbook for teaching musicianship and musical independence. And that's one of the ways you do it, is you get them doing what you're doing. That's the way to work yourself out of a job. It's a way to make students think for themselves and be able to have a musicianship level that is not based on a few pieces, but based on principles that you go over and over at perhaps increasing levels of complexity, like peeling the onion of the phrase. So I hope that helps you. There are other concepts, obviously, that we teach that you could do the same thing to getting more and more complex as you encounter them in more complicated settings with your students.